Here are my top 5 books that I recommend for teachers to use for classroom read-alouds, starting with my number 1 favorite, Fair Shares. This is an amazing book because of the concept that it teaches, that giving everybody the same exact thing is not always necessarily fair. And this is an extremely tough concept for children to learn, and it is so well written, super cute illustrations, all about a hare and a bear who are both reaching for some pears, and they just can't agree on what would be fair in order for them to get their pear. So they learn from this super cute little beetle who tells them that giving everybody the same thing isn't always fair. So this is a great concept that you could talk about and teach your students. Great conversations, I think, would be had from that. Mind Your Manners is another really great picture book for teaching just that in a classroom. The illustrations are gorgeous, and it's silly, but also has really great lessons behind it. So they go through and they meet these different animals who all are having not so great behavior. And they can learn things like, we share this world with one another, so let's make it a friendlier place. There's no need to go squashing each other, just like you. We all need our own space. I really like this page. We don't have to start squawking like parrots. Learn the meaning of words. Don't be crude, so you don't end up getting in trouble for parroting words that are rude. I feel like that's a good one there. So here they're just learning all about different behaviors, and I think you could have really good conversations. You can stop and talk about the different behaviors that they are seeing, and it's just such a nice reminder for having polite manners. Class Picture is a really fun picture book. I think that would be great, honestly, on picture day. We all know how chaotic it is when you are waiting your turn to be called down and you're trying to scramble to find something to do, but you don't want to get too into anything. So this would be a great book to have in a classroom. Of course, the characters getting their pictures taken are being very silly, and you can see here the teachers are not pleased. But it's just fun and very lively and would be great to have for those picture days. The Perfect Fit is new, and I cannot say enough good things about it. Not only as a teacher could you teach all kinds of shapes, of course, as I try to turn the page, here, but you could also teach about, because this little triangle is meeting all of these shapes and he's friends with them and they get along, but he just always feels like he doesn't quite fit in. And so eventually he does find his triangle friends and he's the perfect fit, but he realizes that the triangles can't do all the things that all these other shapes could do. And with that, they all become friends. And it's about acceptance and diversity and, the uniqueness that you bring. But you could also really do a lot of great math lessons with this book. I'm thinking tangrams. I don't know. Lastly, Where Happiness Lives is a very heartwarming story. I love the cutouts and the flaps in this interactive book, but the lesson behind it, you guys. So here we have Mouse, who has a lovely house and a very happy life that he's quite happy with. But as he starts seeing other homes, he kind of starts thinking about the other things that he doesn't have. He especially becomes enthralled with this castle up on the hill. And eventually he does make his way there to meet this girl. And wow, she has a lot of really cool stuff. But guess what he finds out? She has a telescope. And she has been watching him. And she thinks that she wants his life. He's got a beautiful home. They do all these fun things that don't cost any money at all. And it really goes to show this beautiful message that we should be happy and appreciative for what we have. And you just never know, somebody else's story. So super sweet. Love this book. There's so many amazing picture books for classroom read alouds and great concepts to teach, and honestly, just to share your love of reading with your students would be very special. So thank you guys so much for checking out my favorites.